Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube,
join our cult.
Yeah, I knew you'd do it eventually.
Yep.
Hello and welcome to the Cultaholic Video Podcast. It is a Valentine's Day special, so we have a big red...
What's this fun?
Oh, nice.
Oh, if you had 3D glasses on, that would have been just as bad as it would be without wearing them.
Crapped yourself.
That was like Razor Ramon when he throws his toothpick into the...
I'm just as cool.
Yes.
There you go.
Good to see you on the ball. Joined as always by the lovely Jack.
Hello.
And the lovelier Ross.
Lovely, eh?
Oh,
Why, thank you.
Make sure you paid attention.
Golly. It was Valentine's Day yesterday at the time of this video going out.
Yes, on this Impact Wrestling style schedule. Yes, but I did my Valentine's Day the day before Valentine's Day to beat the crowds.
Yes, fair enough. That's understandable.
Because I'm very smart and tight. Do you have any Valentine's Day plans?
No.
Sit at home, I think, in my pants alone. I get a Domino's in.
Yeah?
Have a good time. I will not be listening to Talk as Jericho, though, Maffew, because I am still reeling from an episode I listened to last night where I was talking about the Mandela theory. Or the Mandela effect, sorry, not Mandela theory.
The Nelson Mandela theory.
And it was just an hour of this woman sitting there going, well, that didn't happen. I'm sat there thinking, how can people get away with this sort of scandal? Just get their name out there just by talking absolute bollocks?
Well, I'm sure she didn't invent I mean, I've heard of it before.
But she was just sat there going, that didn't happen.
Well,
actually, I think you getting the name wrong was actually a quite good Mandela effect.
Hey, I have to say the irony.
But yeah, it's like, I remember this thing. Oh, it's different. It must be an alternate reality. I'm like, not your memories, Callan.
The big one for me was, because I knew that Mandela was alive and then he died, but I knew that he hadn't died in like 91 or whatever it was. So it wasn't, for me, it's the Simpsons line, the Star Wars line. It's because you've got
Luke, I am your
Simpson
father.
on your shirt, yeah. Right. He doesn't say, Luke, I am your father. He says, no, I am your father.
Well, it's because people don't have the luxury of watching it on, YouTube
right.
whenever they needed to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're quite right. I did misquote that guy. Like, badges, we don't need no stinking bat. It's not actually what he says in the Treasure of the Saint Marie or whatever the original film is. It's something else, but everyone does that line because that's what they say in Blazing Saddles. So everyone, it's like, it happens.
Yeah, it does.
No, sorry. Alternate reality. I do apologise.
Is she trying to say that there's an alternate reality? Or should you say?
Yeah, it's all that malarkey. Like the parallel universe is real, and
does Jericho take it seriously?
Well, yeah.
Oh,
I think he just plays along though.
Because
they keep like splicing in quotes of like she goes, "This didn't happen," and he just splices in the quote from Star Wars, proving it did happen, and then they go back to the conversation.
Well, that's quite a tight theory. You know what else is tight? MeUndies. He just slips it in. Right. You can't tell when he started to do an advert.
He needs to stop. He must be taking the piss with it now, but he does that bit where he just cuts the audio from the actual interview he's doing, and he goes, "Well, Samoa Joe, I'm very happy we're here to talk about this. We can tell, Chris. I hope you realise. I don't think he's ever addressed it on air, but." Yeah.
I think there is a reality where someone did go back in time and kill baby Hitler. That's great. Also, if you like cruises...
I like cruises, Chris.
The second one's been announced, Christopher. Just to let you know that we have just announced it on this podcast for you. A bit of free promotion for you. Invite us this time. We haven't been invited to StarCast again, it looks like, so, can't have two double rejections on the CV, can we? We're going to, aren't we?
It's a good episode of The Apprentice, that.
The ball's in your court, Chris.
Rejected from Jericho Cruise 1, StarCast 1, rejected from Jericho Cruise 2, and StarCast 2. That's cool.
Result.
That's Cultaholic.
I thought we were number 2 for news as well, because it turned out that our sometimes rivals, sometimes still rivals, not friends, Wrestle Talk quoted exclusive news.
Yeah.
Which I was like, what? They're getting exclusive news. We're Cultaholic. And
Dark
some of it's been
forces,
disproven.
Dark forces.
It's been disproven.
The date for the UK, obviously the one that we care about, can't be happening because the proms are on there.
And they've booked out, I think it was on Reddit, the proms have booked out the Albert Hall for the last 70 years for the entirety of August or something, so it can't be happening. Unless, of course, 71, they've gone, nah, we'll just won't bother. And then they've swooped in there.
We're referring, of course, to All Elite Wrestling's apparent schedule, which would be monthly shows until October, and then television would come in weekly. But the big news is about how bloody quickly it sold out. Double or nothing in May.
Definitely double then, not nothing.
Fair play to them, yeah.
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
I mean...
I don't know what you say about that.
No, they're just
quick,
really good.
innit?
Well done.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good because it's a good thing for us because we go, wow, well, I tweeted something about AEW the other day, so I can say I helped that. You're welcome, Young Bucks.
The card looks all right. I'm not too... Personally...
What card?
There's a card for it.
Great.
There's like 4
There
matches.
is 3 matches confirmed.
Right.
They hinted at Lucha Brothers versus the Bucks at the thing last week. And Cody has had his singles match teased.
But we don't know who against.
It was
Teased.
Cody against Blurry Face at the minute.
So
Brandy was flicking through postcards and she got
That's
the Cody one.
right.
And it was a blurry head.
So at the minute, it's Jericho Omega, which I'm not too wild about, to be fair, because we've seen it once already, but, you know.
And they're good pals as well.
Yeah.
Just
Hangman versus
He
Pac.
means they're Canadian.
That should be good. Hangman versus Nev.
Well, we are.
And Scorpio Sky, Daniels, and Kazarian against Seema and 2 lads from the Chinese promotion that's been taken off, who he just decides to bring along.
there's 4 matches being confirmed.
Oh, what's the other one?
The women's triple threat.
Oh,
Of course,
yes.
Yeah. That's just been announced, yeah.
Britt Baker, Kylie Ray, and the woman whose name always escapes me. I don't really know much about her, but, you know, sure it'll be good.
Whoever she is.
Is it Nadia Rose or something like that?
Nylia.
Nadia, right, okay.
I don't
right.
know. I've just, yeah.
Let's keep on talking about things we don't know about. But yeah,
Research. Production values.
I'm sure if I'm there, it'll be great. If not, it'll be mediocre. In other news, Sasha Banks cleared ahead of Elimination Chamber, which is at odds with what she's been doing on Raw, where she's been injured and not doing much. But
Apparently she's been knackered since the Royal Rumble and hasn't been able to do anything apart from a little bit on this Monday's show. And she got her shoulder knackered.
I thought she looked... Was it the last spot of the match when Ronda just goes, bang?
She started laughing for some reason. Maybe she was just like laughing through the pain
Yeah.
of having her shoulder ripped off.
well, she saw Rousey and remember her saying something about Advil. She's like, can't talk. I always hear about Sasha Banks being injured.
Yeah. You don't... I'm just about to say something, that poor choice of words there. Careless springs to mind. But it's not. That's not the word, is it? Reckless isn't the word either. She's daring. She's
Full
a daredevil.
throttle.
Full
Thesaurus.com, careless.
She doesn't take the Miz option, the coward's option. Daniel Bryan.
She's also like... I mean, she's clearly strong because she's a wrestler, but she's quite small for a wrestler. She's quite, sort of, you know, petite. You know.
Reet petite.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm just saying, like, she might be like as the wrestlers said to me when I got sent on by Damo, they were like, "You might get hurt. You are a skinny lad." I was like, "Great, this is wonderful news."
How can I prepare for the sent on? Eat more. And the new Taco Bell in town.
When does he turn up? 3 p.m. Oh, fuck.
Where's Jack? Is he behind that large guy? The cap? No, that is Jack. Batista reportedly, in capital letters, in talks with both AEW and WWE. Now, I'm not saying that this isn't true, because I've no way of disproving or proving this. But if I was any wrestler who was not injured right now, I'm sure I'd be walking around WWE. If you see Vince coming down the hallway, everyone's just opening doors and be like, wow, look at all those zeros. Whoa, like, oh, hi, Vince. Sorry, this isn't Cody Rhodes related. I'll just hide this here. Yeah. Obviously, look, all those zeros is what Vince says when he sees 205 Live. But, I mean, it is one of these things where it's a great time to be one of the making the YouTube channels because it's anybody.
It is. It's getting boring now, but like this was, I think it was Pro Wrestling Sheet and Uncle David both went with it.
Oh, I've heard of him.
So they're like the 2 big D's and the big D's, the
Whoa.
big dogs,
Big
big dogs in the yard of the rumor innuendo. So yeah, if they're going with it, why not? I hope he does go to AEW, me, just because it'd be funny, wouldn't it?
It's like there needs to be. I can't wait for like wrestling to bring in a transfer window because it's getting. I just want there to be a period of transfer activity between all the promotions and then no more.
I think they should do ones and be like, oh, just wake up one day and it's like, Ross has been signed to AEW. Like, the unblurred photos, suddenly a picture of you, like, what?
Could you imagine me against Cody in a match, yeah? In front of
right.
a sold-out crowd in Las Vegas.
You both showmen.
Yeah, right hoot.
Dude, like, all the UK contingent would come along and be like shouting over the national anthem.
Like
when Ricky Hatton would fight.
When McGregor goes over, who's this foreign guy? I would say Cody would bat me in the head with his broken
He'd
leg.
hit you over the head and you'd sit down like that. Kota Ibushi staying with New Japan. Makes a nice change for New Japan.
A bonus for New Japan, that is. What a asset.
And I'll tell you what, talk about heartbreaking. Not since Emmerdale and Paddy have felt this bad. When he was asked about Kenny Omega, former Golden Lover, I don't think about that man anymore.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Well,
It's good that they did a very realistic depiction of, male and male relationships where just move on and someone that they thought they loved. So, yeah.
2-year deal, apparently. That's what's being mooted at the minute. So,
And speaking of new deals, Jay White, new IWGP champion.
yeah.
I'm sure he texted Vince McMahon afterwards and goes, hey, wow, what a great offer game. So, yeah, any thoughts on that? Because you're the regular Puro expert.
He's good. I like him. Chatted to him very briefly in Japan.
Oh, what did he say?
I asked him if he...
Wait
I'm a
from me,
knife
freak.
pedo.
You like knives,
I
mate?
saw that tweet.
you like
you
bloody
tweeted
knives?
today. I'm Jay White.
Oh, Russell's playing here. Oh, it was amazing.
It's knife pervert, not knife pedo.
Yeah, to clarify, knife pervert, not
Potato,
knife pedo.
potato.
Knife diddler.
I sat down next to him at the Bullet Club meal we went to, and I didn't know what to say really, because I'd been to the toilet. He arrived late, and he sat down next to my chair, so I just had to be like, "Oh, you're right, I'm Jack." And then he said something in Japanese to the waitress, and I said like, "Do you speak Japanese?" And he was like, "Just enough to impress them." And I was like, "Oh, that's fair enough." So fair play to him for doing the bare minimum and winning the IWGP.
With the bare minimum.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Years in the dojo, screwing it. But no, I think he'd be good.
Dean Ambrose quoted, "There's a lot of people just here for money, have no artistic care for what they do."
This has set me for a loop, this Maffew, because I thought it was real because of what Sean Ross Sapp said, saying it because WWE sent this statement that they put out to all the legitimate news outlets, and like, why would they risk that relationship by feeding them some kayfabe, wrong and stuff? And now that just screams work, doesn't it?
Sorry, go back a few steps. Was this not real?
This was on a podcast with Zack Ryder, but I think that is him being a character now.
Oh, God, my head hurt.
Yeah.
Which Mandela version of Ambrose said this? Is it the real
I
one
think
or
this
the
is
fake
the
one?
parallel universe one. The reality is it's real.
Ross and Sam reckon
The reality
this
is it's real.
Ross and Sam reckon it's a work. Me and Pacitti reckon it's real, and he is still leaving. This is divided
Yeah,
in the
it's just
office.
that quote there made me think it's
Okay.
a work now. I thought it was real up until that quote. Now he's just, when he's shooting on his colleagues while still working there, how well?
I think he is, because they get away with it on each other's podcasts and stuff, though. People go on Jericho's podcast and spill the beans all over the
Yeah,
place.
the Ryder's the action figure one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great time. Great. Like, oh, you're leaving the week. Great. Who do you think's better, earthquake or typhoon? Okay. I mean, you mentioned that they did the Sin Cara Scooby-Doo action figure set, and he goes, "Oh, it's the Botchamania Sin Cara." Is that right? Did that one time. So I would say, because of that comment, real. Yes, it's the real. Why are we even talking about here? This is just. Imagine if you weren't a wrestling fan, have a passive interest. Oh, you're my mum watching the. Don't watch his mum.
I can't believe Botch Club got canned. So, well done.
It'll be alive in a parallel universe somewhere.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
it didn't get cancelled.
They also did Wrestlers of the Week.
Maybe no one's watching it.
Do you remember that?
Maybe it's on now.
Do you remember when they did the list on SmackDown?
I do
Top
remember.
10 wrestlers. And then that was it.
Do you remember Adam Rose doing the YouTuber gimmick?
No.
Do you remember Pat McAfee doing WTF moments?
Oh.
I did one, didn't he? And he was fended off by the big dog, Ross Tweddell. What am I doing here? Fight me, Pat.
Former NFL player, Pat McAfee.
He was just the punt guy.
Yeah, he was the punter.
You do that until you're 70, don't you? Waltz on, kick a ball, waltz off, piece of piss.
We'll go. Oh, it's easy. Another news.
The Super Bowl was really boring this year, and there were loads of punts. And he just tweeted in the midst of everyone going like, "This is the worst Super Bowl ever." He's put, "This is porn."
I think he's great, me though.
Yeah, like,
He's very divisive. When we put a news story out and it was like half, oh amazing, half, oh I can't stand the guy.
I'm saying my comments were like, "Oh, everything he says is wrong or horrible." I'm like, he's right next to Sam Roberts. I think he looks amazing. Are you kidding me? Also, another wrestling-related news. I beat God of War for PlayStation 4.
Well done.
I beat the Valkyrie Queen. She is the optional hardest boss in the game.
Oh God!
4 hours spent on that. Just 4 hours, and I did the Wade Barrett charge up his finisher dance afterwards. You know the one where he's he needs a poo. That one, yeah. Did that around the house, going yes, yes, yes. That is wrestling-related. And I thought I'd do that before the serious bit, which is Pedro Morales passed away. Funny enough, there's no footage of him winning the WWF title from Stan Stasiak.
I thought he won from Ivan Koloff.
No, Stan.
Did he lose it to Ivan Koloff?
I think so.
Wait, I thought Koloff beat San Martino, and then Pedro beat Ivan, and then Stasiak beat Pedro.
No, I'm sticking with he beat Stan. Let's see who's right, who did their research.
Just have an arm wrestle.
To change history. That's the Mandela effect, right?
The Morales effect.
On the Wikipedia page for also things that I know are definitely true is Pedro Morales, the first guy to win the Triple Crown.
Yes.
When he was WWF champion, he also won the tag titles with Bob Backlund from the Wild Samoans at the Showdown in Sheer event.
Oh.
The one with Samaritano.
He's done it again.
Samaritano.
Bruno, to his friends, took on Zbyszko in the cage, and he wasn't allowed to be tag champion and world champion, so he had to give the tag titles back.
Oh.
And then years later, Triple H was like, I like some of that rule. And it's weird because he's, compared to some of the other champions of the 70s, he's not really had much attention like the modern era.
Not as much as
like that.
Sammartino.
But like
Backlund.
Bruno, Graham got a DVD, Backlund kept on showing up.
Apparently at the time, he was absolutely massive and everyone loved him.
In the Puerto Rico fan section, I know that because I know that Cornette would tell stories and go, they took the title off him because if he didn't win decisive enough for the Puerto Rican contingent that would come along, the Puerto Rican fans would just riot. So he was costing them too much money. So going to Cornette.
You're 2 over.
Right. Yeah, it just isn't win quick enough to like, right, let's throw chairs in.
My fans at Double or Nothing against Cody. Throwing deck chairs into the ring.
Yeah. Like the end of Khabib and Conor McGregor.
Any thoughts on Pedro?
I'm just waiting to hear that I'm right.
God, he did a lot. Sorry. Down to...
What you want to get, Maffew, is the list.
It's got a big Wikipedia page.
It's the list of WWE champions. That's where you want to go.
I know, but I'm here.
On Wikipedia.
See if we can find out first.
While
New Japan career?
While you're doing that, I think we should deal with the other big story that broke yesterday.
Oh, please do.
And that was Zach Gibson of 5-Star Wrestling fame tweeting, "Give me another show," while holding up the 5-Star championship.
Give me another series, like the Partridge thing.
Yeah, the Partridge, yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It was the 5-star title he had.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Well, that was like the NXT UK.
No. It was the 5-star. Because Zach quoted and said, "My body is ready." And probably creeped him out.
Yes.
So yeah.
Did.
So hopefully, I mean, it's not, but you know, we can live and dream, can't we?
Maffew, I have the list of WWE champions.
No.
Here we go.
Oh, no.
1963, Buddy Rogers.
Oh, well.
Bruno Sammartino.
He beat Lou Graham.
Ivan Koloff.
Oh.
Pedro Morales. Stan Stasiak.
What am I reading?
Bruno Sammartino. Billy Graham. Bob Backlund. Hogan. Blah, blah. Sheik Hogan. I was right. It's all right because
There goes Rogers, Smart, Bruno.
then Koloff beat him in that infamous
Koloff.
Madison
Yeah, and then the
Square
Koloff. And then who beat Koloff?
Pedro.
Pedro.
And then he lost to Stasiak, and then Stasiak lost to back to Sammartino, and then Billy Graham. Something like that. Yeah. Right.
I remember that. I remember the wrong thing.
The Mandela
Damn you,
effect.
Nelson Mandela.
It's Mandela's fault.
And any other news this week?
New Japan have announced
That's right.
their first major European show called Royal Quest.
Queen's Quest.
Yeah.
Isn't that the
King's
start?
Quest,
Yeah.
the RPG series.
The Queen. You see Viper and them doing it, don't you, on OB on Twitter? There's a
What?
Stardom faction called Queen's Quest, which is all like the outsiders and that. Oh no, but some of the outsiders, some of the Gaijins are in it. And you see B and them going like,
They're doing it wrong. Then you do below the waist, and you just go.
Yeah.
King Royal Quest,
Royal Quest at the Copper Box Arena in London.
which sounds like a term for a posh wank. I'll be honest with you. Royal Quest,
It's a Copper Box. Yeah.
or Copper Box as well.
Royal Quest sounds like a posh wag.
Yeah, I think so. I think it does.
What if you're from Oxbridge?
Yeah, it's
Pardon me, I'm going to go to my chambers for a Royal Quest.
yeah, exactly.
I may be sometime.
Hello, dear. Can I go inside your copper box? August the 31st, this show takes place, and they released a little statement before where they said 3 of their top Japanese stars will be there.
Didn't say who though.
Didn't say who.
If it's top stars, you'd like to think it's Okada, Tanahashi, and Naito, but who knows?
Yeah, they said, a little asterisk, providing they haven't signed to both WWE or AEW.
Chase Owens will there. He'll be one of them.
Chase Owens.
Yeah, he'll be one of the 3 top Japanese stars. What am I doing here?
Who else is? I'm assuming.
Let's keep on talking about stuff that we don't know.
I'm assuming it's going to be like Rev Pro to fill up the card, like the Rev Pro regulars, because they're affiliated with New Japan, aren't they? So.
Yes.
So I'm guessing it'll
The
be.
Yoshitatsu answer.
Oh, it's Ospreay and Neville soon. Pac. I think it's tomorrow.
So tomorrow.
It's sometime
That's
this
a canny
week.
couple of days. That's for him, poor little man.
He's doing Ospreay on Friday. Then, importantly, Volta in OTT.
Yeah.
He's going to be bloody knackered, isn't he?
Oh,
He's going to be wrestler of the week.
good job he's fitting in a butcher's dog, But aye, and I'll be there.
Yeah, you're going to Ireland, aren't you?
People being very lovely in the Twitter mentions go, are you going to be there like signing? Where's the queue for Maffew? I'm like,
Nice.
thank you very much. Yeah, because the show will be running long, the cage match is cancelled. And I have to be selling 8x10s before the main event. No, I'll be in the crowd shouting stuff. So if you see me, just either wave hello or punch in the back of the head, whichever.
In other news, on Sunday, I got a message from Maffew saying, do you fancy coming to this wrestling event? And I was like,
We'll come Bolden.
yeah, we'll do. It was Tweddell, and I was asked at last minute to help. Because the venue looks a bit weird, so it was to help make it look fuller inside.
Boy, I bet they're loving me
No,
inviting
but
you there
no,
to
but
say
it
that on a
wasn't-
freaking
No,
podcast.
but it wasn't. It was good. I enjoyed it a lot. Ground floor digital for anyone in Newcastle who likes Dig from back in the day. And the spot that everyone was talking about after was in a tag match, no DQ, where now it was man like DeRice, man like him gets put in a dodge him, and his tag partner wheels him at the heel, and the heel just
Serico pushes
bumps
him
over it.
I believe it was the burial.
It was,
And they got buried by the dog. Yeah, it was hellish.
It was great.
I'm sure they love that plug.
The same bloke who got run over by a dodgem later on did a terrifying moonsault to the outside onto concrete. But he just made it. He just rotated in time. Maffew's horrible at the heels. I've learned this.
Yeah.
They'll be doing really well.
He's supposed to be.
They'll hit a move and he'll go, "You're still crap." And it's like, oh,
Boo!
it must be horrible being a wrestler. Like, you've trained all your life. You go to some town and some lad in the crowd is like, "Yeah, you're rubbish, you." So
If he's a bad one, if he comes out and
Yeah.
goes, "Shut up."
Yeah,
Like,
I guess
boo.
so. Yeah, it's fair.
I hope you die. I think that's
Joseph
normal.
Connors told someone that he wished that he'd been aborted.
He was not a happy chappy.
No, he was angry at that show. Some guy at one point said...
What is that what he said when he bent down at the top of the ramp and started shouting in someone's face?
No, he's through the ropes.
Ah.
At one point, he was against Boris, this Russian who's got he brings a bottle of vodka to the ring. And
That's how I know he's Russian.
And he used it, or Connors ended up with the bottle. Some guy in the crowd shouted something at him. He heckled him, and then he went, "Who said that?" And stupidly, the guy went, "Me." And he just threw just like covered him in this. I'm assuming it was water, but just covered him in it. I was like, well, why did you? You're right there. Of course, he's going to throw it out.
He opened his mouth. That's the question. That's what I'd be doing.
He did when he
Trying to
started.
catch him.
He did when he started a chant when he sang that Britney Spears song and started way back in the chorus, and he sang it for like 30 seconds on his own. There was a wrestler called Brady. No, Brady he was called, and the punchline was "Hit me, Brady, one more time." But he started from like
My loneliness
Yeah, right.
is killing me.
and we were stood there like,
I
oh,
must
I'm like, all right, wrap
come
it up.
on.
Wrap it up. Throw in the air. But that was a good time. I'm glad to go.
Yeah.
You came along and
glad I went.
saw what I'm like at wrestling shows.
I've been
Booing the
wrestling
baddies.
I've been at wrestling shows before.
Yeah, but you've been in the crowd. You've been in the ring. Like, hello. Like, boo! No, I'm a good guy, Maffew. Boo!
The guy running it, the guy emceeing, looked like our friend the Primate, but he was American. But before the show, everyone was like, "Is that Primate?" It wasn't. Just some American dude.
Anyway, my accent's a bit weird. I'm from Carlisle. I'm like, what? Anyway, on that bombshell.
Welcome to Tidal, when the boot comes in. And we were like, that's not it. That's not what the lyrics are to that song, but all right. And then maybe the boat comes in. Those your lava fishy.
That was the pun.
He was Canadian then.
I think he was Canadian, but apparently it was a pun. Like, as in a kick.
That was the name of the show, when the boot comes in.
I thought it was when the boat comes in.
Jesus Christ.
I thought you just said it wrong. I thought it was when the boat comes. That makes a lot more sense now.
It's a pun.
Yeah,
Boot.
it makes a lot more-
Offense.
Fair enough.
Super kicks.
Fair, yeah,
But
fair
Canadians also say boat as boot.
enough. Boot.
So yeah, all the Canadian people are at that show in Newcastle upon Tyne on
Where's the
Sunday.
map? Gone.
Cool. Okay, this has gone on long enough. Let's talk about wrestling.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
Now it's time for everyone's favourite segment, the Hall of Fame. Woohoo! Yeah. Woo. Okay, calm down. Let's go in reverse order, because that makes sense. In third place, Elvira, with 15 votes. I'm sorry, pal. Oh, I'm fuming out of this. Really?
This month of all months.
This month of all months. Steve Blackman, because of Black History Month, Steve Blackman, I'll say it again in case you didn't get it the first time, 59 votes. So you're all racist. And Edge and Christian, who are men but are not black, 76 votes. Oh, great.
But
Cool.
they did seemingly pull the wool over JBL's eyes, potentially.
Yeah.
Maybe. Got him in there.
You mean that show?
Yeah, where he's like, I've wanted
But they didn't give him porn.
Yeah. Was JBL in on that? I don't think he was. I don't want him to be. Just edging Christian out off screen going, hee, you actually did it.
Well, actually, I can quote Sean Ross Sapp and just say anything and just say, well, he said it first.
Out of all the he's been on the end of, he's the one on the end of a push at the minute, isn't he? Sean Ross Sapp, he's the one with all the momentum.
He's got bare sources, you know.
Getting a push.
As in, like, if if wrestling journalism was all kayfabe, he'd be the one getting a push
It
at
is.
the minute. He's really like he's really become more prominent, I think, in recent times. Yeah, Sean Ross Sapp.
Nah, I'm a Bix man myself.
Just tell you isn't Corey Graves.
Oh, why would I
that
talk
up.
about that?
Ah,
Jesus,
okay,
what happens once a month or so when he just has a little bit too much whiskey and then goes on Twitter like a dad does?
It's always a good way to show how good you're doing by getting drunk on Twitter and telling everybody, I'm doing great.
You're an idiot, you. I'm doing mint me.
Bix should get fired. Bix goes, for what?
Yeah, why does that was stem from something?
Yeah, but
I was the most biased journalist in the history of the world, or whatever it was.
Yeah, Bix is like, I've typed a lot of stuff. Which one? Was it the one I just did about Idi Amin nearly wrestling Antonio Inoki?
That's a great story, that, though.
Hell of a story, but like, it's just, in general, it's just bad. Yeah, I thought it was a fun, I thought it was a weird coincidence that happened. And then, was it Sean Ross Sapp? Or, no, Ryan Satan. That's a deliberately missaid thing as well. Got it from Charlotte. So I think there's a little thing going on at the minute where people are encouraged to like, hey, you know all those dirt sheet people that we love so much.
I thought she had a go at Brock Lesnar guy.
She did. She's been going off
I
everybody.
have no issues with doing that. But
yeah, you will love. What's the issue there, Maffew? Let's stir the pot.
Oh no, I just thought it was funny.
What's your issue with Brock Lesnar?
I have no issues with him. I mean, he was stealing memes.
Why'd you hate him?
I don't know. Show him what's up, because as soon as he reveals, there is he. Someone did ask me one time. Oh, that was it when was it Tyler Bate or Matt Riddle? An appearance on NXT.
Very similar lads.
I don't know, no, because Tyler Bate was here, then Matt Riddle's in the background going, I beat him all the time in NXT. And Brock Lesnar guy was there, and I was like, oh, great seeing Riddle and Bate then. Someone said, what's your opinion of Brock Lesnar guy? And I goes, I don't have an opinion. He's
a fan.
He's a fan. I hope he had a nice time.
Yeah.
Do I have to have an opinion about a fan?
No.
We are fans.
Don't hate
our opinions, but
yeah.
We're not like him though, because he's like,
because we don't steal memes.
And we
boo, F Jerry. What were we talking about? Yeah. So I think there's a little thing going on there where they're like, okay, because right now it's hunting season for people like me.
They should come after us.
Dirt sheet people.
Scared?
Oh, it could happen.
Oh, I'm scared.
Because they're all doing all the news. Rumor is that this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. So I think no, just prove all of them, bury them.
I'd love to have a Twitter exchange, one of them. Get some bear followers.
Yeah.
Throw some fire bars. Keyboard warrior it. You're never going to see him in person, are you? That's how I run my life.
I can tell. Do you know, our wrestling show's booing people. You in your bulletproof bunker. Oh yeah, the Hall of Fame. So, as the winner of last week, Ross, you may go first.
Charlotte Flair.
Oh.
Controversial time to do it, not because it's Black History Month, but because of the whole WrestleMania thing.
Oh, well, they do it. These people.
But just go and look at Charlotte's social media games on the gram and on the Twitter, and then just, you'll appreciate what they're doing with it at the minute, because it's brought the best Charlotte back. And of course, she's been shooting people down, Brock Lesnar guy included. There was many people she was going after at once, so it was a nice tirade. I'm a fan of heel Charlotte.
She has been good, like.
And I like the whole corporate Jezebel shtick. It's been a while since we had a properly corporate,
Seth Rollins
transparent,
type.
yeah.
I did like Ron there going, oh, chant Becky louder, maybe she'll come out. Oh, it didn't work. Like, oh, he's great.
It's a Charlotte Flair.
Yep, Jack.
Fair enough. J&J Security.
Any reason?
Well, we've already had one great tag team in last week, so... because I was watching that match again from the Triple Threat from the 2015 Royal Rumble, where it's Rollins, Cena, and Brock.
Oh, right.
Great match, where they just decide to wrestle as if it's the end of the match for the whole match, and they're just throwing finishes around and everything. And I just find J&J really funny concept. Like every Rollins match of that time when they were with him, and they're like cheering him on, they're like very earnest, they're like, yes, go on, and then they'll get like destroyed by something. I just thought it was great. And one of them's former Ring of Honor champion as well. And one of them's And one of them's Joey Mercury as well.
Remember going to a house show in Newcastle in like 2015, and they were there taking bumps here, there, everywhere, and Jamie Noble had the biggest heel on a cowboy boot I've ever seen on a man in my life. It was he was flying around the ring as he did back then, and he had the biggest high heel on a cowboy boot ever, which made it all the more impressive. And my respect grew from, or respect Ali G. What am I doing here?
Are they called lifts?
Lifts.
or was it actually high heel?
It looked like more like just a bona fide high heel. Not a stiletto. It was a good wedge.
like a Gary Glitter.
Yeah.
No, why would we mention him?
Just because of the shoes.
Oh, yeah, about like the 70s platform.
Yeah,
things.
Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about.
I didn't get what you were going for.
He wore big. When he wasn't recording hit albums, he was wearing big shoes.
Should we just sing "Do You Want to Be in My Gang"? That was gonna happen.
No, God.
Hey, that should be in the Hall of Fame, though, that Hogan video for Hogan's
You
version.
can barely tell it's him.
It was like, was it 93? It got in the top 10, didn't it? Or something over here.
Him and Green Jello. Or Green Jelly, I forgot what they were called at that time.
It was green something, aye. But it's highlights from a match he had in New Japan. I can't remember who, against Great Muta, I think. Because he does that the clothesline when he runs down the ramp and then clothesline back into the ring.
I do like that.
But it's just
What
funny.
is great. Just like oh, he hit me.
But with that tune on top of it as well, just you know,
Because like it's not even. It's like come on, come. I was like, is that your singing voice?
it does sound like someone doing an impersonation of Hogan.
You should just do his promo voice the whole time.
So mine's
They're on a song.
J&J Security.
Awesome.
That's all right. Yeah.
Cool.
Hope the win.
Hmm?
Come on, lads.
No point me even being here. I'm honestly. Speaking of people who shouldn't, not even point there being anymore. Dean Ambrose. I'm gonna put him in there because God, what a nice man he seems to be. Seems to have the same outlook on life that I do, where he's just here. He's here to have artistic integrity and then sod off if he doesn't have it.
What?
And it's good that he sticks to his guns and he's going, look, I'm having fun here. I think this feud is rotten. Yeah, I'll just leave. There's options for me. He's like, oh, AEW? No, gonna live in a cabin in the woods by the sound of things, and more credit to him.
What's with Austin? I've never watched the full podcast. Why did Austin hate him so much on the Stone Cold podcast?
Because he was very laid back and like, oh, I'm Dean, which is just his natural thing. And Austin was like, you need to be more fired up if you want to be champion, this, that, and the other. It's like, you're sat on a podcast.
Yeah,
you're not cutting a promo in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I like Austin, but it was really weird.
Was he
because
bullying
was
him
like,
a bit?
no, he was like, so about your childhood, let's talk about your life. And Dean's like, what? Like, well, hang on. It was almost like he was like trying to be a therapist or something.
Right.
It's like, so what started this in you? And blah, blah, blah. And Dean's just like, I just
He had a
show
bit
up
of
and
a-
do stuff. I'm like, what? It was a bizarre interview. I think Austin was just, I don't know what he was on.
I don't think Austin did his research before he went in there because I've listened to Dean Ambrose and some other thing, and he had a bit of a troubled childhood. Like he was cut off from his dad. I think,
he was
at a
like
young
lived
age.
on the run, and not on the run, but he was like,
And he lived in like squatting at people's houses and whatnot. And,
He's like, Austin's like, hey, how you doing? First time I met you. So, it's about you. Like,
yeah.
what? Christ. So, yeah, it's just a really awkward thing. But yeah, like them when Rollins feud.
right,
I mean,
okay.
God.
It got ruined by
Not
Bray
the
Wyatt.
new one.
Got ruined by Bray Wyatt though, in that Hell in a Cell, the cage, but Hell in a Cell
Yes,
match.
it did.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt ruining things could be the headline for the last 5 years.
Oh, bless him.
Especially if you're driving in the Florida area.
It's not his fault.
Well, that one was. But yeah. So Dean Ambrose, who was obviously not black, so was a chance of winning. We have J&J Security, also not black. And finally,
Shot Flair.
not black.
No.
Please give us your money at patreon.com
/ Cultaholic.
Thank you very much.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
And the week of wrestling, starting with Monday. Sorry, all the Jews out there. With Triple H and Stephanie. I just said that because Jack was drinking. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon demanded Becky Lynch apologize for attacking them. Ooh, you get.
So it took Becky 2.5 hours to weigh up I'm sorry in the main event. It was the worst hook ever for an episode of Raw.
And she was visited by 3. What was that noise?
Yeah, someone just shouted.
Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Sorry, man. Just want to make sure the building wasn't on
I think
fire.
people downstairs having a right old good time.
Oof.
At least they're not cooking turnips.
Yeah, they stank out our office.
Oh, when they cook something downstairs and it just smelled like rotten. You know when you go past a farmer's field for the turnips?
I do know what that smell is. Yeah.
Yeah, there was that smell in this very
We
studio.
were
It was
doing
horrible.
a podcast. I was and someone else and Jen. And afterwards we were all like, "What was that?" And Jen was like, "Oh, I just thought one of yous farted. It stuck around for an hour. Like, visited by 3 ghosts, you say, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, she's supposed to be. Yeah, it's not that joke has died. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna want to do it.
Yeah.
Finn,
Yeah.
I like your abs there.
your abs are awesome, Finn. Father.
I see you still got abs, father.
Hello, OTT people. Hello, Dublin. We'll see you on Sunday.
Alexa, And
Tell you what.
who was the other one?
Ronda? Ronnie?
Right, Ronda.
Yeah.
Please.
She's deaf.
See the touch of the arm.
Yeah.
Such a caring.
It's good.
person.
She said to give us all a speech, and at the end, Becky went, "Sorry, what?" And then that's later on. Meanwhile, while she was thinking, Nia Jax and Tamina defeated the Boss and Hug Connection.
Yeah.
People get paid money to come up with these names. And Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. Who have the
Yes.
tag name of Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan.
With Ruby Riott on the outside, causing trouble, causing mischief,
Ructions.
carnage.
Sasha Banks and Bayley will enter first in the Elimination Chamber, so hopefully there'll be someone there with a Henry Hoover ready to get the bits of Sasha Banks that be left after the match.
Somebody made a good point on Twitter last night, saying they can't wait to see what Nia Jax and Tamina look like inside one of the pods.
What?
Did
You
you
can't
see
be
the
serious.
graphic that they showed?
I
When
think
it had
it's
all
great,
the-
me, yeah.
Mate, what the hell was that?
I thought it was good.
I thought it was hilarious.
Sort of nostalgic feel. to it.
Yeah. Like a Playmobil plate. You could put your action figures in this position.
One
That was
thing
hilarious.
I liked was when Tamina and Nia were making their entrance, they had a little box-in-box promo like that they'd cut beforehand. And it's the way Nia cuts most of it
Oh,
because
Tamina.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Nia's the stronger of the two promos. And then
Everything.
like a boy band, they go and they're going to rename Elimination Chamber the Summer, and then Tamina sort of half a second later, it's just like the Manslaughter House. So
The one on
good.
SmackDown was even worse. Nia's just going, we're going to do this, that, and the other. We're going to break their faces and blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
And Tamina's
we
just
have
going,
to- yeah.
blah, 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 all the way through, speaking over the top. You can't hear what you're saying. Like, what is the point, Tamina? What does she do? What does she bring to the table?
It's not be horrible. Come on.
It's not horrible, is it? It's just like, what is she?
You know when Saddam...
I feel like,
Oh, sorry.
what was she called off Big Brother back in the day? What is she? Where did you
Oh,
find
Nikki.
her? Yeah.
Who is she? Who is she? Do you remember that?
It's like 2007, maybe.
This was like peak
Oh,
Big Brother
God, I remember
times.
Big Brother 1.
Oh, when there were normal people on it.
Yeah.
No.
But someone in the comments of my video yesterday was like, how did you not pick up on the fact that Nia Jax just doesn't care what Tamina says? And Tamina speaking over the top of Nia Jax
Was it?
proves this.
Or was it just...
I thought maybe it was...
I just thought it was Tamina being crap.
It's hard to tell, right? Oh, do you not get that? Yeah, I got that she sucked.
Well,
Like,
if that's
like
true,
everything she does. Oh, she got a pop, by the way, before I get that. She got the top rope. Corey. Yeah, we're going to see the Tamina splash. And she was like, oh, okay.
Did it happen?
Yeah.
she do the
she
splash now?
missed, didn't she?
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, she splashed the ring.
There
but I
was
mean,
no wire in the pole.
she got best of both worlds. She did the splash and she didn't. Just me.
Okay,
Cool.
yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this Elimination Chamber plays out. I still think Nia Jax and Tamina are winning, like, so.
Yeah, it's those, them or Sasha and Bailey, as long as they don't turn on each other.
I want the Riggedy Riot squad to win. They deserve it.
What was that?
That was their theme tune, and they deserve it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see them win.
People staring at you.
Because of Sarah Logan's lovely wedding video, obviously.
Obviously.
It's made Rowe my favourite of the two War Machiners, and it's made Sarah Logan my favourite of the Riot Squad as well, so it's good.
Yeah, there's second place for me just for that video of that one guy.
Hmm?
There's a letter missing in my alphabet, and it's you, and then Logan's goes, I would make you
Oh,
cry.
yeah, God. Why is he doing that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Turning gay meat.
Kane, the nachos, Kane.
Oh, God, I want a Logan and Rousey feud over the mic. Oh, please, Jesus. The Revival defeated Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, yes, to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions, just to keep us guessing. I think this is part of the conspiracy against people like us and dirt sheet writers and Bix, just to go, they're leaving, are they? Are they dirt sheets? You're wrong again.
Well, it has been pointed out, though, that you know how everyone was like, did Maria and Mike Kanellis ask for their release, or did they not?
They denied it.
They've been on TV every week since.
Maria
Yeah.
denied it. Mike didn't.
Right.
Mike never said anything publicly, as far as I was aware.
So, yeah, what else happened? Yeah, so any thoughts on Revival?
Charlie Caruso is my other thought, continuing from last week.
Oh, yeah.
She was an arsehole again, wasn't
Was
she?
she? What'd she do?
The Revival have just won the Get Backstage. She was like, well, you've taken your time to win the championships, but now you finally got there. Well, bloody hell, Charlie.
She's like the
She's a dick.
she's like the guy the Fort Boyard guy who's never impressed with the contestants. She's like him. Was that Dirty Den?
Yeah, it
Dirty
was
Den.
Oh,
yeah.
she's like Dirty Den. Yeah.
Jack the Door.
Who did she speak to earlier?
My
in the
brother
show?
thought that was the name of the door. True fact.
You've got a brother.
Yeah.
Oh.
He hates wrestling.
Oh. Right.
Well, she talked to somebody else as well, did Charlie? I can't remember who it was. Earlier in the show. She was nice.
She did, but I tend to ignore her. But she's like, you remember me and Jim when he was a baddie in like, WCW? That one segment we was talking to Natural Born Thrillers. Goes, oh, great impression, you prick. It's like that. Like, what are you doing? You're horrible.
The last 2 weeks, she's just doing a little, like, Stephanie McMahon cosplay sort of shtick. Sort out.
Yeah, Charlie. Aye.
Yeah.
Good match, though. Good match. Chad Gable looked really good in it as well.
I hope he goes singles now.
Me too.
He is like Kurt Angle in everything that he does.
He's great.
Character-wise, he just gets it. Wrestling.
Bad dad.
Sammy Wow.
From like back in the day, though, Kurt Angle, you know, can have a laugh and joke at himself.
Children love me, damn it, and all that.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens as well. He's coming back.
Yeah, they did the bowling thing, which is great because there's the bowling tournament with 100 people. Jesus, it's gonna take all night. In Oberhausen for Dubeck Dub, and so the Two Sarahs podcast.
A 100-person bowling tournament.
Yes,
that is going to take all night.
Yeah, it is. Got the best of booze there. I think one of the Two Sarahs podcasts tweeted at Kevin Owens and Kevin Owens responded. Not even a reply tweet, an actual tweet saying, "Oh yeah, good luck with the bowling tournament."
All right.
And he also had 3.0.
Kevin Owens wants to leave. WWE.
Oh yeah, you hit it. Sean Ross Sapp, exclusive reveals.
I should have put them in the Hall of Fame. 3.0, my guys. They're my boys.
Yeah, great.
Love them. I love when they came back as the Bad Boys, which is where they just came back wearing denim and sunglasses. And then they cut a promo when they were like, "We can't be bad guys. We've got to say that. We've got to tell the truth. It's us. It's 3.0.
Yeah, that's right.
The crowd are like, what? No way. Yeah, it's really good.
We can't be 2.0 anymore. We're better. We're 3.0.
3.0, yeah.
So someone on Twitter said, well, they're at bowling, so now they're 300.0 because that's a perfect bowling game. I went, that's great.
I hope they come in
that
as
will be used.
Kevin's lackeys, but apparently he's come back as a babyface, so...
It would be great if you did that video and you turn around and comes like, oh, you guys were there? Oh, I had no idea. Oh, so you doing bowling here as well? Oh, okay.
Owen was there, his son.
Oh, I don't think he's going to be there.
No, he's probably not, no.
No, Kevin Owen and Owen can wrestle Braun Strowman and that lad.
I want to see, Nicholas versus Owen.
That's right.
Yeah.
Book it.
Yes.
No, don't book it. And then the important thing, Mr. McMahon suspended Becky Lynch and replaced her with Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Dun 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 dun.
I'm fine with... It's a good booking decision because when Becky gets back in the match, it'll be all the more dramatic. I get it. I understand how wrestling works, right? I don't like the reasoning, though, kayfabe-wise. I don't like that.
Are you supposed to not like it, though? Because I was booing. I was watching by myself going, boo, I don't like this. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's wrestling.
It's just like, what's the point if Vince can just do what he wants because it's WrestleMania time? What's the point of the Rumble?
Hello. Have you been watching WWE?
No, I know.
Well, we've been that way before. I was going to say, Triple H and Kurt Angle springs to mind from 2K2.
Yeah.
Triple H lost his match, didn't he? At No Way Out, I think it was, and then got it back.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But I think it's great, me. Just apart from that whole thing, like last December, they were all like, "Oh, you're the authority now. You fans, we're going to listen to you." And now Vince comes out and does that, and Triple H is going, "Shut up! This doesn't concern you. Your opinions don't matter." It's just that. So why did we go through that?
It went
to go to here.
Revival of the Tag Champions. You shut up.
Yeah.
You've been fed.
It's a parallel universe, isn't it?
Mandela.
Charlotte Flair's always been champion.
I think it's great, me.
Yeah,
Charlotte's
the most downvoted video in WWE.com YouTube history is Charlotte Flair being announced for that.
Wow.
Shows it worked.
Yeah, it does.
It's great. Even this day and age where even the 10-year-olds are like seeing what Ryan Satan's typing up, and they go, "Boo! This is shocking. This is horrible." I'm like, great, yeah.
That was my main worry. Was like how because I always thought it was going to be a triple threat, but like how was Charlotte going to get into it? And now I think that's a great reason, being the proper corporate Jezebel heel.
But if Finn Martin has taught us anything, it's that Becky's going to retire next week.
I messaged Maffew because Finley Martin just randomly had a go at the Iconics on Twitter.
Dream on.
Dream on. At Peyton Royce. At
Yeah,
Billy
added
Kay.
them. Oh, that's a bad faux pas. Oh,
God.
because that means they can turn around. God, if Charlotte Flair turns
You can't.
the gun on Finn Martin next.
He's too nice, isn't he? He's too nice bloke.
Not on Twitter, he
in
ain't.
person. Yeah.
No, he's a dirt cheat.
No, he's a nice bloke. I like him.
Also,
Don't
because
like
of
Ryan. I always chuckle when you call him Ryan Satan because when we left
funny.
What Culture, he slid in my DMs trying to find out more. I just didn't reply.
Did he?
Yeah, I just didn't reply to him, and now he's unfollowed me. So
That showed him.
Oh, that's why he asked me about it. Oh. No, I'm joking.
Oh. That's why I told him all of it for money.
Yeah.
You sell info to him. No.
I think there was somebody who had a quote from Meltzer. It's like, oh, you know about this guy? And he went, yeah. And he went, I'm allowed to give him news? And he went, yeah, just ask him for money. He went, how much is it worth? And I'll just stop asking him. There you go. Also, something that happened here that I think went under people's radar. Maybe I'm looking way too much into this, but I thought it drew parallels with the Austin Rock build-up for WrestleMania XM. Heyman came out, did a thing, and then Rollins said, I will do whatever it takes to beat Lesnar.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I will do anything. I'll do this, I'll do that. I'll sacrifice a goat. I'll burn down a church. I'll do it. I'll eat Marmite. I'll do it. And I'm like, wait a minute. Last time he was getting the title, wasn't he with Triple H and the Authority? And I'm like, okay.
I was going to say that would turn him heel, wouldn't it? But it wouldn't with Triple H because he's got that weird thing where he's an arsehole, but people cheer him.
Yeah.
And
No, if that happened at WrestleMania, if
the
he
roof
beat
would
Brock though.
He
He
the
could
roof
shoot
would go off the
Lesnar
place.
dead,
Yeah.
and it would be fine.
No, it wouldn't affect Brock, but yeah, in theory, it would work.
But
He'd sell
it wouldn't really serve a. Well, I guess it would win the title, wouldn't it? But it wouldn't do anything
I thought it just meant
character-wise, would it?
It would get it off Brock.
Yeah,
thought
that's all I asked
yeah.
for.
I thought it just meant that he's going to try really, really hard and maybe jump off something high. That's all I thought.
That's what he should have said
I'm gonna
instead.
try really
Paul,
well,
I'm
Paul.
going to try really hard.
You don't understand how hard I'm going to try.
I'm going to just do my best. Do it every day, Brock.
I reckon the Shield will help him win, including Roman. He'll not do anything too strenuous, but he'll do something. All right.
No, but
Ooh.
I've been playing with a paperclip here and I've just flicked
I
it.
see.
Nice.
How bad would it be if Roman interfered in the match and then Brock still won?
They couldn't do it. They couldn't
The
do
other
that.
times that Brock's been involved with Roman.
No.
Oof. On that sobering note, let's move on to SmackDown. Charlotte Flair.
Right, yes, sorry, get us out of the way first.
Okay. Charlotte Flair talked about replacing Becky Lynch against Ronda Rousey, and boy was she happy. She couldn't contain herself and pointed in the wrong direction at the sign again.
Go there. Go to WrestleMania.
I'm gonna go buy a hot dog from there. Yeah, she
I'm
was
going
class.
to the Raw after WrestleMania.
God, it's always good seeing a baddie being a full-on baddie in front of a crowd booing the hell out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the likes of HBK in Montreal, Charlotte Flair doing anything. So
Imagine Charlotte going, I'm your daddy. That's come back from after a while, isn't it?
Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't said it for a while.
Well, Smojo's not been doing much.
Yeah.
it's funny because you'd always say it on videos and choke me harder, daddy. I'm like, he's saying that because people online say it. I know people who say that in real life. Naomi and Carmella defeated Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, and the Iconics, Finn Martin's favorite.
Iconic.
Rose.
They
and
should be
Deville.
Finn Martin's favourite because they were fantastic in that match. It's the first ever logic in the history of wrestling applied by those two ladies. In a match where if they lost, they would enter the chamber first, they just stood on the outside and did nothing. Well bloody done.
It was a double or nothing match, and they just said, no, we're not playing. We're going for all. Yeah, that's fair enough. Naomi, I always forget that she's actually really good because she doesn't get much chance to shine. And Carmella's come along very well as well. So made me stop thinking about, where'd Asuka gone for about 5 minutes? So good match.
Yeah.
It's worrying, isn't it?
Apparently, she I can't remember who was reporting it. Probably Meltzer.
Just pick him.
Meltzer says that
Brian Alvarez said
Brian Ascarez is gone for the minute because they want the focus to be entirely on Becky and Charlotte and Ronda, which is fair enough. You know, as long as Asuka comes back in time to build a match for Mania, that's cool. She has a little holiday. That's good.
Against whom, though?
Alvarez.
That's a good point actually because there's no one on.
No one on SmackDown.
Nikki. Oh, she's on Raw.
Charlotte?
No, Charlotte's she's in the big one.
Oh, sorry, I meant for afterwards. Cause...
Oh, no, for Mania, though, who's Asuka going to wrestle?
Right.
Lacey Evans.
Oh,
Dean Ambrose.
oh yeah?
Oh, yeah. EC3. Oh, who lost on Raw, by the way?
Oh, yes. Yes,
'Cause-
in a few minutes.
Because lol, dirt cheats. Tempers flared between Chamberlain and The Miz and the Usos on McMiz TV. I saw people reporting this going, McMiz TV. Yeah, guys, seriously. Yeah, it's supposed to be a corny segment.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're trying to achieve by...
But the bit that wasn't supposed to be corny was Shane McMahon getting into one of the Usos' faces and going, I'm going to hit you so hard, your brother's going to feel it.
I thought it was funny.
Why is...
Do you not think it's not a great...
He was being super serious, though, wasn't he?
right.
Oh, okay.
This
we
was
put
when
it
the
like that.
shenanigans had gone. This was him acting tough,
When much
hanging
shenanigans
tough,
were
like
done.
New Kids on the Block.
That's a noise Shane's
That's a
going to make when he's
WrestleMania.
been slapped.
Oh, there's an ending for you.
Thank you.
We can't do it.
Write that down.
Copyright thing.
Copyright, never heard of that. I was entertained by this. You're right, though. The segments on TV in the build-up is like, Chain McMahon shouldn't want to wrestle or do all these things. That should be the joke. But it's like, oh, Chain McMahon, okay, we'll be a tag partner. I mean, don't really like wrestling. And suddenly like, Shane McMahon, Shane McMahon. He's like, oh, okay, he's a badass and he'll beat up the Usos, who were a great tag team.
He's the second hardest man in WWE today.
It
But
reminds
until those bits, the bits where it's like, you know, you can do the twin thing. Hey, Jay, what's my favorite color? Blue. Oh, we'll do that. Yeah. My favorite food? Quiche.
red,
Quiche.
salami,
Quiche. Yeah.
trucks.
That was entertained by.
The joke's slightly off, and it reminds me of, there's a video online that I hate, right, because I'm bitter, and it's
Good, let's give it attention.
Tom Daly and the Olympic diving team for one of the years, right? And they do a parody of like Sexy and I Know It, where they're all on the beach going like, I'm sexy and but they're all really good looking. They've all got really good bodies and that, and it's just not as funny when they actually are good looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shane shouldn't be this hard figure if he's going to actually be hard in the end.
That's a good comparison.
Thank you, because I just wanted to mention that I hate that video so much.
That was
They're
a
all
good
on the
reference.
beach just going like, eh. And I remember girls from my school be like, they're so funny them, and I was like, no,
You're right. The
I'm
joke doesn't
funny.
work. The joke doesn't
No.
work. It's like Saturday Night Live did that with forgotten his name. Let's move on.
Yep, cool.
Randy Orton.
Will
We've got
Ferrell. There's
that's
not,
not.
There's not been many SNL presenters, so it's
all
probably,
right.
yeah, it'll be fine.
Gilbert Gottfried won. Randy Orton won the gauntlet match to earn the right to be the last to enter the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. God, he worked so hard, Randy. Randy Orton should be in the Hall of Fame for the work he did.
He didn't win our hearts.
I thought it was a fantastic end to that match. Exactly what it should have been.
It was good. You can tell when there's the close camera angle, you're like, oh, where's Randall? And he was there in the crowd.
He was there rubbing his balls and looking for a writer to shake hands with. Couldn't find anybody, so he'd give an RKO. So yeah, sad news that Mustafa Ali is out.
Yeah,
in a
it
match
is
that
sad.
probably would have really helped him. Yeah, sorry to twist the knife there. But on the plus side, Kofi Kingston, it's like, okay, we're going to remember that you exist because we need you. Wrestled for nearly an hour.
Class.
I think it's the longest performance someone's done. Sorry, longest stint. Sorry, pal.
He sang all that jazz
Longest
and
dance.
danced.
It's getting ready for that New Japan show in the proms. That someone's done against either there was the tag match that Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan did, where we went over an hour.
Oh.
Was that Brian's last match before the
It was
concussion?
one of the last ones, yeah. That probably didn't help. But yeah, crowd were into it. He beat a lot of people. It looked like he belonged there, and I hope this momentum carries him on and actually do something with him.
I think you should just give him it for 2 weeks now. If Brian win it back at Fastlane.
That would
Just he has the moment.
I do feel like Kofi deserves it though, because he is class and he has been for a long time.
See, I hear when people say he deserves it, and it's not like a gold watch. It's
should-
not like you deserve to win the lottery. That's not how it
It'd
works.
be a nice moment though, wouldn't
It
it?
should come down to him and Randy, and when he beats him, he should go stupid, just for revenge for that. Yeah.
Kofi just slaps
They
him.
should hit him with a car.
Yeah. Thanks for derailing me, push, pal. Yeah.
This could have been 10 years ago. This.
Remember your crappy car?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm of the opinion that there's only one person that deserves to lose to Daniel Bryan, and that person was Santino several years ago. Didn't happen. So, no. If they keep a feud Gannon until Mania, maybe, because right now Daniel Bryan doesn't have any opponents, yeah, sure.
The thing is, whoever beats Bryan, their moment, if it's their first time winning the title, it's kind of they've got to celebrate with the hemp belt, which is fine. But
No, God, no. Actually, I just changed my mind. I don't want them to win because Kofi Kingston bring out like the Bootios
Pancake
eat
belt,
our
yeah.
arse title or whatever the hell. Nah. Oh, God, no, Kofi. Look, you can emulate Doom on this title. In the background. Nah. Anything else happen? SmackDown?
It was just all taken up by that.
two matches, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
Well,
some
hell of a
talking.
match. And that's somewhat a good point because regarding Lucha House Party, who outside I don't like anymore, because the commentators always emphasize they're here to have fun. They like having fun. And someone's like, everybody likes having fun. That's why it's fun. That's the idea of doing things. So it's got nothing to say.
It's not fun when you're forced to do it, is it?
Yeah, but speaking of having fun, Jack Gallagher beat Lindsay Dorado on 205 Live, and Gulak and Gallagher celebrated like they just punted at the Super Bowl. I think I've got that right. And yeah,
They were erect.
They were erect. They were
Judging by
stood up. You're right.
Pat McAfee's words.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Uh,
Noam Dar and Tony Nese had a class match.
They did. It kept on Gannon and Gannon. The crowd were like out of it for a bit, chanting for McGuinness, and they're like, "All right, well, we're gonna keep on wrestling." And then then you started getting into it.
Yeah. When he kneed him through the barrier, that was really good. Yeah. Whew.
Tony Nese is one of these guys who can do a lot in the match, do all the cool bumps and stuff like that. Like when him and Gulak had that, that was good. So it was nice to see that. And what else happened on NXT? Nothing happened on NXT.
Keith Lee cut an amazing
That's right,
promo.
that's right.
Yes. No, my God.
Hits him.
Oh no.
Oh no.
More like, oh my God. And then talked about his dangly bits. All about that.
Yeah, because Ono kicked him low.
Hit me in my dangly bits. Sound like a proper redneck. Hit me in my dangly bits.
The Street Profits came out and also laughed at Cassius Ohno being knocked out on the round. They were like,
And then they murdered a man from the 1970s.
Yes, they did.
Unbelievable.
What a great All Japan Pro Wrestling in the midnight. Kawada! Oh, it's so good.
But
I'm glad he's all
A
right
special shout out to Angelo Dawkins, who
for killing the guy.
I can't believe he still works for NXT all these years later. Because did you see that promo?
No.
Montez is there giving it all good beans and whatnot.
Montez is really good.
He's very entertaining. And then Angelo's there. Montez is like, go on then, you have a go. And he's like, yeah. And Montez does a bit more. He's like, he puts the mic in front of his mouth and goes, doesn't say anything, puts it back down. Montez shouts a bit more. You think that's the end of the promo? He's like, yeah, a bit more. Don't get it.
Is he the Tamina of NXT?
I think it was Richard Tubman out there made a very good point. Imagine if you replace Angelo Dawkins with Keith Lee in that tag team for Street Profits. How much better that would be.
But Keith Lee should be a singles guy, though.
Yeah, but just imagine how much
He
better
is
that
a
would be.
tag team. He's huge.
Adam Cole and Ricochet had a really good main event match where Ricochet had wrestled most of it on one leg.
Aye. It also rained yesterday.
What?
So it's like
Oh, right, yeah, right.
And Dijakovic is getting
Gone.
our.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that to be a chant. Like
Legitimately 6'7", is he?
Oh, he's a big lad.
I think he's a big lad. But
With
he's
his Jamie Noble boots on. He's a big lad.
He's had a 5-star match before with Keith Lee.
Oh, PWG, aye.
Yeah.
I was mint.
Was it? I've never seen it.
Oh, I've not seen it.
No.
Oh, I encourage you to watch. On the
it's very good.
High Spots Network, the best 999 in the business.
Right.
Thank you.
Cool.
But that's it.
Yeah, sure.
Go watch High Spots.
I'm trying to think if there's any news from else. Oh,
Impact. The viewing figures are in, and God, what a weird world it is to know that you and I get better views
what?
than Impact.
Oh, no.
12,000 views.
Oh, no.
12.
1, 2, comma 000.
Double J. Don't know.
00.
Which is a shame because they improved a lot last year.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry to laugh like a dick. Yeah, Impact's actually fun to watch.
Yeah.
But you tell people that after all this, you're like, when you order like one of those huge meals where you get a starter, you get a side order, you get the main dish, and then you get.
That's
towards the
wrestling.
end, you're like, I'm done.
That's wrestling.
After 205 Live, after seeing, whatever the NXT UK teams there, I'm like, no more Impact for a bit, please.
Pac had a good match, really good match this week. People have been calling it one of the best matches of the year so far against KZ over in Dragon Gate. But it was weird. I watched it. It's a weird watch because it was only one camera. There's only the hard cam.
Man, imagine only using one camera.
People prefer it apparently. So it was a really good match. He does a shooting star press at one point. Neville Pac.
Oh, I saw the gifts of this from that match.
And he lands on his back. He's like, bent. Yeah. It was that match.
He did a tombstone off the.
Yeah, did a top rope tombstone. Yeah.
You seen how the guy lands?
And he killed him. Man.
It looked like a shoot.
Yeah.
Just like his
He gave him a
spine
shoot tombstone off the top.
Yeah, it looks like it because he's like his neck and spine just crumples when he hits the deck.
Get in. Can't wait to watch it.
He also at one point gave him when wrestlers have both got their arms around each other's arms, they're back to back like that, and they do that.
A hug.
And he goes, no, back to back.
Oh.
So they're like that before you do like a bridge or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So they're like
Backslide.
that, and he does and instead of doing that, he just goes, "Gah," and the guy flies over and lands on his neck again. Yeah, he took a lot of punishment from Nev in that match. And he lost. Good. Neville won as well. So yeah.
Yes. I'll give it 5 stars. I haven't seen
Brilliant.
it, but
Cool.
Pac wins. Shoot tombstone. Yeah, 5 stars to me. Get Malt on the phone. Got anything else?
I do believe that is it.
Any more wrestling we've missed out on?
Oh. The Hart Foundation might not be going in the Hall of Fame.
What?
It might be someone else. I don't know. Yeah, I just saw that.
Someone else? Oh.
It didn't say. It just said Hart Foundation might not be going in the Hall of Fame. It might be someone else. Can't remember what the source was. I think they should though. What was yours?
I just want to go, whoa, with you. How can that be incorrectly reported?
I don't know.
That's...
No, WWE might have changed their mind. I don't know. Because they never actually confirmed it.
Corey Graves is right. Bix should be fired.
Bix and Span was the one to report and went, oh, not him. He's a cancer to the business, him.
What was yours? What was your news? Or your wrestling result that you'd heard or whatever? When I said, you went
No,
like...
I was just wanting to go, with you.
Oh, right, cool.
Again, the chemistry.
Yeah, it's off the chisel.
Yeah.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Oh, here we go. Time for everyone's favourite segment of the show, the mailbag. There you go, bag of mails. First question is, number 1, why has Simon Miller got a puppet?
Don't bring this up.
Why is that? Why? Do you know why that? I have no idea why that is like.
Simon started using a puppet of himself.
He went, why? And cut, and he was, here's why, and it was a puppet of him.
Because everything's better with puppet.
That's right. I had to endure those months of abuse.
I was sent this, and apparently Miller's had that puppet for many years.
Oh, right.
And has just started using it again.
What a coinkydink.
Yeah, so to defend Simon.
He's been here all these years, but we've never seen him. Who's writing his freaking storylines? Capcom. All right. No, there's no issues between me and Simon. It's good to see that.
Just the rest of them.
It's good that he's very talented.
You should have a match.
It's good to see he's very talented. He can talk, he can sing, he can video edit, he can lift, he can twalk. No, I'm very happy.
He can lift, he can talk, he can snick things.
Swipe, no swiping.
I'm sure I like Simon.
I like him too. Can't wait to get him.
I'll
show up with my puppet outside the studios.
I'd love to see you try and
get a little car outside the offices going, we're to take over, what are the names? Pretend to fire a rocket. Number 1 of the real questions. Hey lads, I was talking to my friend the other day when
I was waving at the camera for them.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Oh, someone was out there?
No.
Yeah, that was very good acting. The other day when we got to the discussion of the Gargano Ciampa storyline, one of the things that really stood out to me about the discussion was just how much I hate Ciampa, in brackets, in kayfabe.
That's all right.
See, I've only been watching wrestling for 2 years. I got in a little after the Festival of Friendship and just in time for DIY's breakup. That's another period. That was the first tag team I saw break up, and still by far the most painful. It was also the first time I've ever truly hated a heel. Well, okay. So my question to you guys is, who is the wrestler That's not very well written. Wrestler that you hated the most growing up, and what were the feuds that caused it? Being a newer fan, I'd love to know what past feuds I should check out for great heel work. Anyways, keep up the stellar content. Cheers, Rosie/female Smark. Oh, thank you, Rosie.
Thank you, Rosie.
Especially when people go, I really hate him in kayfabe. I'm sure he's a nice guy in real life, but think about this, because when I watched it as a kid, I watched it the period when it was the New Generation era, and then a few years later, then watched like late '99, then kept on watching it. So when I was a kid, I think I disliked any of the baddies, because the goodies always won during that period. But I hated Shawn Michaels when he was during the 95, 96 era, when he was supposed to be cheering him, because he came out in that red gear and the little hat. And I thought he looked like one of the enemies from Streets of Rage 1 with the whips. So when Sid Vicious beat him Psycho Sid at Survivor Series 96, I was like, yeah,
didn't everyone love
him. You got all the men with that like, Sid.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Sid's best match ever.
There's one where he hits Jose Lothario.
Yeah.
Jose Lothario, nice.
Bruno
Lothario, yeah.
Yeah, so, but great, I don't know what he's supposed to happen. So I'd say probably Triple H. When he married Steph, moved to the upper echelon, moved into Mount Olympus, and it's everything he did in 2000.
Right.
Joined the corporation.
Yeah.
McMahon, Helmsley, Faksheem, and everything he did from the Cactus Jack feud to beating up The Rock on a weekly basis to, go watch all of that on the network.
Mine would be, because I liked Triple H, he was my favourite for some reason when I started watching it, which was in 2000, right?
Right.
That's I liked him, so I thought, but I couldn't dislike The Rock and Austin because they were really cool. Well, Austin wasn't around at the time I started watching, but when he came back, he was also... So the one that I hated the most was from WCW Worldwide on Channel 5. I hated Jeff Jarrett. It was really good because I remember a match where Booker T could have won the title from Jeff Jarrett, and I had no concept of wrestling history or anything. It was right. I've started watching WCW, Jeff Jarrett's the champion. I've got no idea whether Booker's been champion before, anything like that. I just thought... I remember there was an episode where it was Booker versus Jarrett, and Jarrett just worked the leg for ages and put on figure fours. And I found it and watched it since. And Booker's like selling loads. And as a kid, I remember just thinking like, being really frustrated that Booker couldn't beat him. I thought I think he might have even cheated to like get DQ'd and keep the
That
belt.
doesn't sound like Jarrett.
No, so Jeff Jarrett's my answer because of the feud with Booker T.
Because I just interrupt. That was the opposite. I love Jeff Jarrett in WCW because I just thought he was hilarious with the Bono sunglasses, slap nuts, and hitting people with guitars. I hated Triple H as a kid. Even though I was reading Power Slam, I was like, I hate him. Wrestler of the Year, I'm like, get on my copy. So what do you think, Ross?
Around the age of 10, I developed the ability to hate, and the man who took that right in the face was Edge. Edge from sort of 2002 to 2004. I know he was missing for like a year in the middle of that.
That's right.
With his neck and whatnot. But every time I heard the Rob Zombie music, I just used to think,
Man.
I don't blame you as a White Zombie fan. Yeah, that was the album where I was like,
Then obviously all
Rango.
95. Take me to big leather coat.
I used to hate the way he used to. I know he'd continue all the way through his career, but he used to like do that thing where he skip along like a crab. Used to hate that.
Well, when he comes out,
Yeah, he's like skip along like a crab.
And he was still doing that, like he said
does
in
that.
04.
I know,
He really stuck out. Like
does
you
that
do
for
that
like
4 years
Olympics,
ago,
doesn't
pal. When you riffing on,
He did it all his
X-Pac or that?
career, just something I never took to. But then obviously I think that made his obvious. It made his heel turn all the more monumental, didn't it?
Yeah.
Just the fact that people like me hated him anyway.
Oh, when
They're
he
like, whoa,
turned,
wait, actually quite good. Aren't you?
because he turned on Taboo Tuesday because he was like, oh, I'm gonna get the fan vote. I'm gonna wrestle for the title, and he didn't get it. So like he interrupts Shawn Michaels. It's like, no, if you can't get it, like whatever, screw you. And then the Lita thing happened, and so people just kept on booing him for a year. And they went, let's put the title on him. Never looked back.
Remember, was it
great.
Judgment Day 02 where he shaved Angle bald, and then he had
That's right.
the other one in 02 where he was against Regal. That's where
Oh,
the
yeah,
hate
that-
really developed. Like they had the brass knucks on a pole
Yeah.
match, I think. That's when that's the era Edge, which I hated. Just I can't tell you why. Just when I used to see him, I used to be like, oh.
So Triple H, Jarrett, and Edge. That's quite a solid.
That's a good heel
That's a good
statement,
answer. That, yeah. Right.
Hi guys, hope you're all well and are enjoying your day. Oh, that's nice. I just watched your Tudokan
Tudakan. I don't know how to pronounce it.
shop video.
Sam says Tudakan, so we'll go with that.
Oh, so we'll not do that then. A very unique video, good, insightful, and made me jealous, and it relates to my question here, and that is, if you could own any wrestlers, past or present, ring attire or memorabilia, whose or what would it be? As ever, thank you for what you do. Stay safe and stay well. Hope you have a great year. From Waleed. Oh,
Thank
that's
you,
really
Waleed.
nice.
I
Yeah,
think
come on,
we've
thank
heard
you.
from Waleed before, unless it's a different Waleed. But thank you, mate. Cheers.
Many Waleeds watching.
All the Waleeds watching.
So before we answer, check out the video because like lots of people put lots of.
Honest to God, right? I had zero interest before watching the video of Tudakan, this shop in Japan. But watch now, Sam's edited and whatnot. It's bloody fantastic. Beautifully made.
Shout out to Chad who translated for us and stuff. Great guy, Chad.
And you learn things. That's what life's about, really, isn't it?
So watch that video.
Merchandise or gear.
My mind immediately goes to Bruce Pritchard's office setting on the old, the network show they had last year. In the background of that, he had a Kane mask, like the original one. I want that. I want that now.
Fair enough.
Can you not get Kane masks now? I
But
thought
like,
that was the reason why they brought them back.
that'll be one of that, like actual Glenn Jacobs used.
Oh, an actual... Oh,
Yeah.
right. Oh, okay.
Proper thick ones.
Has to be the 2001 black and red, not red and black one.
Oh no, I think
That
this is
was awesome.
the original red and black.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think it is. Memory's gone, but it's just in the background of the shot on the network show, and I always used to think, I quite like that in my living room.
Does he not just like wear it occasionally?
I bet he does to his wife.
It's Bruce. No, I mean...
Hello, Stephanie. That's his wife's name, I think.
Dad! Anyway.
I'll make you my Katie Vick.
Oh.
Jack, say something.
I'm not a big one for merch, really. I don't really care that much about it. So when we were in the Tudakan shop, I sort of browsed a bit and that, but it wasn't for me. Shout out to Tudakan. It's really good play. The collection of stuff was amazing, but it's not my thing. But I've thought of one for the purposes of Waleed's question. Mine is the chair that Vince and Austin used to beat The Rock at WrestleMania 17, because I'd like to have the chair that ended the Attitude Era. There you go. That's my answer. It's not funny, but there you go. Sorry.
No, that's fine. For merchandise, I have to go with That's one.
Hands
two.
off the merchandise.
Owen 316. Turn it around. I just broke your neck.
Oh yes, good show.
Or ECW's merchandise was done by Taz, and but
Steady now.
Of it, it's like, Bubba
Don't
did
disrespect him.
Oh, I'm not disrespecting. I've tweeted him about this before anyway, so he's alright.
Enough, he calls him an Oompa Loompa on Botchamania.
I did.
It's Taz.
I said, look, Taz, I'm really sorry.
Oh my god.
Taz
has told a story once about how he battered Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day.
Oh, that's a great story, that, yeah.
No, because...
and then he got in a fight with him.
They had a scuffle.
Billy Joe was being disrespectful to
Billy Joel. He thinks he's the piano man.
Billy Joel.
Look, I love For the Longest Time. It's great. That's not a good Taz.
Anyway, Taz to do the merchandise. So you speculated that because him and Sabu had real heat, that he did this deliberately. Apparently he didn't. He was just bad at English. There's a Sabu shirt that says, it's in pink writing as well, homicidal. Genocidal, not homicidal. I don't know why no one's done that gimmick. Like, he is suisexual, genosexual, homosexual,
God.
Sabu.
Daddy boo. No, that didn't work at all.
Ugh.
I'm tired.
I know, bless you. But yeah, it'd be one of them.
Daddy's a pansexual term as well. It covers all sexuality as far as I'm aware. Continue.
Well, keep on saying it and you'll find out in the DMs. Well, lads, no, missed a question, sorry. Hello, Maffew, Ross, Adam, Puppet Jack, and not Puppet Jack. No, sorry, that's Simon Miller.
I get last bill in there behind Puppet me as well.
Oh, you're not Puppet Jack, yeah.
Wow, okay.
You're NWO Sting Jack.
I'm fake Undertaker, yeah.
Long time listener, first time caller. If you're an up-and-coming talent and had the chance to choose between WWE and AEW to be on, who would you choose? Would your choice change if you were a different gender? Oh, getting overwhelmed.
Goodness.
Jeff from Niagara Falls. P.S. What do you think of Ali and Rosemary? Oh, okay, bunch of questions there. First of all, WWE and AEW.
Right. I've got an answer. I've got logical backing for this answer.
We don't want logic.
If I was does he say young up-and-comer?
Oh, let's assume you're good.
Yeah. Right. If I was a young...
Not like Tony Atlas or somebody looking for a job.
If I was under, say, 30, if I was the age I am now, I'd want to go to AEW first because first of all, I'm well in with the lads, right? And secondly, I've got experience of making funny videos online. That always helps.
Oh, you could actually use that in AEW. But, that's a good point.
And also, I think it's easier to build hype as someone from the indies and then go to WWE with all these skills I've learned and all that. If I was older, I'd want to go WWE first and then do a Cody or a Jericho and like go the other way. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I think AEW looks like more of a laugh as well. All the lads bantering about, less of a hard schedule. AEW for me, but
I would do it the other way around.
Oh,
if I was my age now, I'd go to the Performance Centre. I'd learn from Regal and Albert and Robbie Brookside and Norman Smiley and Johnny Moss and Sarah Del Rey and Triple H and Stephanie, Vince McMahon and all them. And I'd become, because you're obviously the big issue there is getting lost in the shuffle because there's like several thousand people under one roof in the Performance Centre. So I'd become a YouTube wrestler, get a cult following, get released on the sly, pop up in AEW, say, "How look, I've got 100,000 subs here, me on my YouTube channel, watch me vlogs with me dogs and whatnot." And then I'd pop up in AEW and having learnt everything from the best.
Pop in AEW. Oh my God, what's Toss Riddle doing here? He doesn't even work here.
Sammy Guevara, who's got a YouTube channel.
He does.
So does Aria Blake, our fan of the podcast. Not heard from her in a while, which is all right.
Just unsubbed. I'll probably do what you said, because it's nice to fantasy role play as not just a wrestler, but apparently as a female as well. Oh, what would I want to be? Well, would your choice change if you were a different gender?
I'd go to AEW straight away if I was a lady.
Because of the pay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think that's what they were probably referring to.
Yes.
Yeah.
You said way better than me, so I'm not going to add anything.
Also, Brandy seems like a fair boss. There you go.
I'm sure like all the wrestlers that are okay with me now would be fuming if I signed with AEW. Especially people who aren't signed with AEW.
You're just like their like official botch guy and just cover it.
Hello. Why you all look so angry?
You've signed Eddie Kingston off.
Yeah. Eddie Kingston's bless him, he's retiring this year apparently. Eddie
Oh,
Kingston.
yeah, it's his last year in
Yeah.
wrestling.
And if I sign for AEW, he's like, right now, I'm retiring now.
The first Chikara Grand Champion.
That's right.
Eddie Kingston. He beat that nerd Quackenbush in the
Who?
final.
Never heard of him.
And you learned from Quackenbush. He's in the PC.
Yeah. Trained
Oh,
Alexa
nice,
Bliss
yeah.
recently, didn't he?
Yeah. What do you think of Ali and Rosemary? I like both of them.
I like both of them. I've made a fool of myself once on a video by suggesting that Ali was like new and like chipper, and then everyone was like, "She's been in the business for a lot of years now."
I do that with every wrestler I discover. Oh, they're good for a new.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
She looks so young. Oh, I don't
She
know.
looks so young.
So she's good and all. Ali's gone all dark and gothic now on Impact as well. And there was an angle that was funny where Braxton Sutter, Ali's real life partner, who's like sort of skinhead badass.
Oh,
guy.
no.
Oh, right.
Thomas ECW legend, yeah.
Really? Nice. He's getting married to Laurel Van Ness or Chelsea Green. And this is where she started doing the whole crazed bride thing because her wedding to
Yeah.
Braxton got all interrupted because Ali comes out as one of the bridesmaids and the whole gimmick is like, you're too ugly to be a bridesmaid for us heels or whatever. She comes out
Heels.
and Braxton has to look like, oh my God, she's so beautiful in her bridesmaid's dress. So she comes out and he does the most over-the-top goofy, like he goes like, oh, like that. It's so bad. And then Bennett's at the wedding drunk as well. Acting drunk.
Jesus, Jack.
well,
Cool.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
just
true. He's
interrupt you.
falling over in the ring and that. It's part of it's the act of wrestling. That's my new podcast. Carry on.
Well, lads, I am always enjoy when I hear ye break into song on this podcast. So I was hoping Maffew, could help me out with this one. As a Simpsons fan, he should know the tune to Talking Softball. So I thought he might enjoy singing. Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh no! Wait, I like this song. Can
Well,
I jo-
yeah,
cheers.
Away from Ross.
Where
Doesn't
are
like
we?
Simpsons, thinks they smell. Well, they had finally done
Done
it.
it. Becky Lynch had won it. With Charlotte Flair was wrong
wooing
all the
all the
while. Oh no, wooing all the while.
Yeah. Wooing.
I've got my lenses in.
Oh, sorry.
Beck-
it was in German, you could read it.
Becky
Becky
winning
finally made a
smile.
smile. She's the most over by a
country mom. We're talking Becky. From Maine to San Diego, talking Becky. Trinidad and Tobago. Wait, what? Why?
Becky's grotesquely swollen jaw.
Because she Nia punched her.
Nia Jax punched her back on Raw. We're talking
Becky.
Becky.
And with Rousey, it's a draw. Oh, that's contrived.
I think it works.
Do you?
I'll allow it.
Okay, there we go.
In case that went really badly, it did. What's your favourite moment of singing in wrestling?
Oh,
This is a good question. All right. From Stephen in Waterford Island. Wait. And please don't do an Irish accent because they're really terrible. He definitely watches this podcast then. Jack, calm down.
it's all right.
Good lad.
We've already done one earlier on.
I know. Favourite singing moment? I mean,
One that springs to mind is the first Rock concert, not the one where he
Oh.
fat shames Vicky Guerrero. It was horrible, harsh.
Yeah.
The first one where he's said to Lillian, look at the size of me guns and whatnot when he's walking down to the ring. Dressed all in leather. Well, 3/4 in leather with a waistcoat.
yeah.
I like when him and Rock sing Margaritaville. Where's
That is a stranger.
in Margaritaville.
There's always a Rocky to blame.
I like Vince.
Delta Dawn, where's that flower you had on? Sorry.
I like Vince singing "Stand Back," and he's quite good.
Stand
He's
Back.
actually.
Off his lips.
No,
They're all on cocaine in that video.
Off his lips.
Savage is on the.
If you watch that video, you can't compete for UFC for like 2 months. It's just
Vince is, or I'm going to say he's all right. He's quite a good performer. Quite a
Hips don't
dancer.
move like that under natural circumstances.
stand back.
And I like when Shawn and Triple H dance to it. Stop it.
Takes a moment. Singing moments, that's good. Do you ever know that you're my hero?
Who sings it? Steph.
Yeah, you were the
it for
wind
Austin?
beneath my ring.
Is it for Austin?
Yeah, it made the Alliance sing.
Yes, that's quite
That's a
good.
very accurate representation of how she sings.
Have you seen when Punk sings Chicago? My hometown. He's in like a rival town of Chicago.
Right.
And then everyone's booing him. He's like, boo if you want. That was awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good. It might have been a house show. It might have been like an extra feature or something. I'm not sure if it actually happened on a Raw, but...
Jimmy Jack Corn, and I don't care. Jimmy Crack Corn, and I don't care. I got a little pickle.
Sexy Kurt.
Sexy Kurt.
Oh, he did that one time, and at the Hall of Fame speech
Yeah.
that they then replayed on the wall at WrestleMania, everyone knew the lyrics.
It's so good. It's really good. It's when he says
just
hands off the
sick.
merchandise. It's so funny. Hands off the merchandise.
The bit that gets me is when he's just not singing, he's just dancing.
Yeah.
And he's just
Surreal.
You do your entire career in a
Remember
month.
Sherry jumps in to sing her bit and she nearly hits her face on the microphone and I just like, Sika.
Sexy Kurt. I'll make your ankle hurt.
It's his rolling shoulders. Oh.
anything Gillian Hall did.
No, don't like that.
There's a website that would automatically play her album whenever you went on it during Christmas period.
Really?
And you couldn't disable it. Maybe you can now. I don't know.
Oh, the DX band doing the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh my god.
And I was listening as well.
The anthem turned heel.
There's a you know WrestleMania 2000 where Ice-T comes out and he's like, grab your bitches.
Yeah. Pimpin'
Yeah.
easy that.
Yeah.
No one pops. Bitches. Yeah.
I was listening to the WrestleMania podcast again. I love them, but they made a grave error in this one. A grave mistake, Ross would say. They're like, one of them is starting to tell, he's like, to give a bit of context, he's like, they wanted to use the song California Love for this WrestleMania by Tupac, but obviously Tupac was far above them. He was really popular at the time, and he said no. And I was thinking, well, of course he's been dead for 5 years.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 2000.
Parallel universe.
I think he, for some reason, respond to our messages.
So I'm sure they've got a lot of messages about that, because whenever we slip up, we get a lot of messages. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Has there been like a wrestler that sang their theme, but not like
Lemmy is the other one.
Oh.
It's all about the game and how you game it. It's all about the game, and if you can game it, it's all about the game and how you game it. I am the game, and I want to game it. I love how he hated that song, but just made it anyway.
yeah, because it was co-written by Triple H, so you could tell.
Was it written by? I thought it was just Jim Johnson on his own. Going how? Lemmy.
I'm pretty
sing.
sure he's got the co-credit in the.
Has he?
Maybe I'm wrong, but horrible Motorhead song, but it does come on in clubs and everyone just goes, you know. People are like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "It's wrestling."
That's all I think. Oh,
I think we've done quite well there.
I've exhausted that one.
Yeah. Oh, singing and wrestling.
If you like a lot of wrestling.
Spend my days working.
No,
on
let's end the
How would I
segment
forget
there.
that?
Let's just end it there.
I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight.
Renee, take it away. Ha, you know the lyrics. No one knows it. Sure, silly girl, girly girl. Oh, great. That is
That's
all the
it.
questions. So if you have any exciting questions that you don't mind us doing horrible accents to, please send them to
Mailbag.
Mailbook@cultaholic.com.
That's mailbag at cultaholic.com.
It's Cultaholics.
Best Elimination Chamber moments ever of all time.
Volume 3.
What do you think?
Elimination Chamber matches, great moments. Me being me and Negative Nancy,
Yeah.
I'm going to gun with the greatest match of all time, the Intercontinental
Ah.
Championship Elimination Chamber match, starring Mark Henry, Wade Barrett, Sheamus, Dolph Ziggler, and a bad door.
Oh, and
And Ryback.
Ryback. Yes.
He's the and guest starring.
Which moment?
Well, it was going all right until someone decided to smash Mark Henry's door,
Yes.
clean up the unbreakable glass that they keep telling us about.
So he gets in.
And then Mark's like, do I come out?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to come? Looks around, looks right at the camera. Like, okay, cool, comes out. And then Dolph Ziggler, as a match, obviously, it was horrible because everything broke down, everything got planned. But I think Dolph Ziggler deserves some respect for managing to, like, make everyone do what they're supposed to be
He's
doing.
just talking to people, isn't he?
He's like, well, what else was I supposed to do? Everyone's like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Like,
Yeah.
and then I was like, all right, you go left and you go right. And right. Like, the NFL guy in the sidelines, the huge like list of stuff
Yeah.
there. And so he managed to salvage it. And the commentators, see, Sheamus deliberately blocks the door, but there was just a weird period where
Sheamus blocks the door and then commentary don't pick up on it at all.
the commentary weren't told what was happening.
So
They're like, oh, maybe there's a malfunction.
Yeah, he puts his cross in the door deliberately to stop. So
Yeah.
that, and then they go, oh, his door's stuck. And then he goes, later on when it's his turn to enter, he goes, haha, it's now I'm going to enter when everyone's down. And they go, oh, he's fixed it. Oh, what a good guy. I'm like, no, he's the heel.
Oh, he waited till the end to fix it. What a nice...
Yeah.
Oh, awesome match. Must see. And then they joked about it on that Table for 3 segment. So, I know Dolph listens to us.
I'll go for... Well, I mean,
that's a lie.
you mentioned it off camera, so I feel like I'm stealing it from you. But
Go ahead. Steal it from the
Edge being in 2 in one night is fantastic. So good. So he attacks Kofi, and he tweeted about it this week, actually. Because someone put, like, Kofi's finally going to get revenge for the time that Edge... And then Edge put, like, don't remind him of that. But he attacks Kofi, steals his spot, because he's previously, earlier on in the night, been, like, rolled up to lose his title.
First one out.
Yes. And then he comes in this one and wins. I think it was No Way Out 2009, I want to say.
Yes.
Yes.
It was 08.
09, red ropes. And I struggle to say ropes there. Ropes!
Have you got a moment?
I've got one serious, which is Shawn Michaels coming up through the grating to kick Taker in the face and cost him the world title ahead of the WrestleMania rematch. Rematch, yes. And the other one was the tag team one, where everyone forgot the rules. Connor was breaking up pins. Nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew what to do. It was
Kalisto climbed to
fantastic.
the roof, didn't he?
He did, and he fell off like John Morrison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as the Intercontinental one.
No.
But it's...
Well, yeah. Much of a muchness, aren't they?
Also, speaking of good things, about the negative stuff, the finish to the one with Undertaker and Batista, where I believe it's the one where they start and they beat all the other guys in the match, and it's them ending it as well. So I think it's guys like Big Daddy V and Carly, maybe Finlay as well.
It's quite a heavy rumble, Elimination Chamber.
Maybe. Because Batista has him like that, and they goes to slam him, but he goes backwards, and then he just, converts him into Tombstone. And it is beautiful.
Is it over the ropes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the outside. That's right. Yeah. No, that's right. He's going with the shoulder, so Undertaker kicks, and then flips over. Oh, stunning.
It's very good.
They had great chemistry.
Was that the finish?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, good. Right.
Nowadays, if Rollins did it, it'd be a 2 count. But
Michaels winning the first one when he came back. That was good.
And he's poo brown tights.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you not like that? He beat Triple H in 2002.
It was weird because Shawn Michaels coming back then pushed a lot of people's, he took away a lot of momentum, I thought, anyway.
And they already had a stacked roster anyway after the invasion.
Yeah, it was kind of like, all right, Booker, RVD, and everybody else that people want, and here's Shawn Michaels. But I mean, obviously, it was great, and worked out all right in the end.
Jericho came out with that kick-ass song by Saliva. King of My World.
Yeah, he did.
Kick-ass.
And I have great memories. Goldberg.
Jericho.
What spirited him through the...
Like everything he did up until the very fit. Yeah, same names. Like the Goldberg he came out SummerSlam 03, and he was like, "Oh my God, they're doing it! They're doing it!"
Yeah.
Just annihilates everybody, and then
Even
Even
his cycling shorts at the time as well.
02, 03, on 04 as well. I guess Triple H was he was just fat.
No, he wasn't fast. Stop it.
What did happen to him? Like, because the muscles did go for a bit.
Maybe
they moved from to No, I don't know what was up with him.
It's not gonna.
I'm not a sports person. Ask Simon Miller. He knows everything.
I can kayfabe answer this. You know.
Kayfabe answer. Go on.
Yep.
He was partying too much
with Evolution. Yeah, it was. I was gonna say he was living the life of excess with his boys. Whereas when he had time off injured, he just in the gym all the time, wasn't he?
Oh, sorry, but he's trying to hang out with them on his crutches. Lads. Oh, no, come on. Drive.
He had an established Evolution by this point. Come on. It all makes sense. Right.
That's actually all right. That's a good fan wank. Well done.
Fan wank.
Never heard that term before.
No, it's good though.
Any other great Elimination Chamber moments, or should we wrap this up?
I liked when Bray Wyatt won.
That was 2 years ago the other day, that was.
God,
unbelievable.
That was a bit weird.
When JBL fell on his arse. There's one, when he fell on his arse. When he was doing the Texas 2-step down the ramp and he wrapped it. Unbelievable. Limbs everywhere. Fantastic. And then Trip Bradshaw appeared on 205 Live.
Yeah.
Later that week.
That's
or
right.
Was it next week? I can't remember.
That's just a coincidence.
Yeah. Who would I?
Innuendo.
Yeah.
And pop it. Mess that up.
Oh.
And also Bobby Lashley winning an ECW.
Yeah, of course, naturally. Right. Lovely.
Yeah. And rather like that match, this podcast comes to a merciful end. Ross, please plug away.
At Ross on Wrestling on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, Instagram.
At Jack the Jobber on Twitter. at Jack G King 92. If you want mine, it's in the bio of my Twitter.
Just DM him. And
Don't DM him,
I'm
my DM's
Maffew
closed.
and at Dublin on Sunday. See you there.
Hey.
Could be good. They haven't paid me. I'm just really happy for it. And that's your lot. Thank you very much. As always, join us.
Join us, boys.